Once again, my respectful viewer and my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, again, Assalamu alaikum. We are in the third part of our program. Today is the fasting in all religions. As I mentioned, once again, just briefly, I will tell that is the fasting is the actions of very important, which was made by Adam, our poor father. And the Ramadan is the month of the lunar calendar, is Arabic month, which is one of the 12 months. But we see a lot of talking about, always saying that Ramadan is a mixed, put them together as a fasting, but it's not. Ramadan is the month of powerful, but fasting is an act only, which has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, for his follower, for his deen, which is Allah's deen. He put both of them at the same time. So it means, but actually the fasting is by different. Anybody can do fast anytime, even though other religion has it. But now I would like to mention it to you, which religion, what the kind of fasting they perform. But in the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, followers, they have more blessed by Allah, and then Allah put the fasting at the time and the month of Ramadan. But Ramadan is the month of years, and fasting is the act of the person, which is with the reward by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, also we would like to come out by our subject, which is the religion, the fasting in all other religions. And in other religions, the fasting is designed by their own leaders or churches, or their constitutions, authorities. But in Islam is prescribed in Quran only to Prophet Muhammad, like I said, in the month of Ramadan. But the other religion has different time, the fasting, and they are not in the month of Ramadan. However, for example, I would like to start about the other religions. First of Hinduism. Hinduism, first of all, organized in the Hindu Valley, civilized in about 4,000 years before Christ, or before Prophet Prophet Ibrahim. They were already had established from the valley of Indus, which is India somewhere. Hinduism is a religion based on multi-God believers. They believe that the purpose of life is to realize that we are part of God, and that we can live this level of life and return to God back through consciousness is possible only by cycle of birth and death, and life, which is called samsara. Everyone succeeds and this way is valuable by the amount of good and bad deeds, and determines their next reincarnations. Hindus usually fast on the day of the new moon and on festivals such as Shivratri, Durga Puja, and Sartavi Puja. But women in North India, they fast on Karwachit. Depends on their individual like. So this about Hinduism, I have more knowledge, something a lot of another doing, which is not necessary to in this my program, because I've been in India for 1.5 years, about 40 years ago, and I know about this what their practices. However, they fasting on that days, but they are not eating, but only drinking some kind of milk or waters, and only within 24 hours. But it mostly not solid food, but allows only drink. So the purpose of the fasting in this religion is, on the Hindu religion, is to increase the focus on meditations or worshipping for inner purifications. As mentioned, is sometimes considered as a sacrifice. After that, in religion of Buddhism, the Buddhism has been flourished by the Queen of Siddhartha in 535, only 535 before Christ. He substituted moderation after he moderation for some extra physical austerity or high pleasure. However, after when he died, Siddhartha, his follower written down his ideas and named it the name of the book Tripitaka. Buddhism also believe as way of the Hinduism and about the reincarnations of the soul and the cycle of life and death. Same way they are. All major Buddhist denominations have period for fasting, usually the 14th of the month and the other holidays. Their way of fasting is abstaining from solid foods. Buddhist leaders, they take fast to have free mind and the yoga practice. Number 3, fasting in China, folks. They are one of them is Lamaism. You can see the people is reading orange colors. They fast from all kind of foods on the mind, and each in the end of each month, 4 days, like mid of month of 14 and 15, and the end of this 29 and 30. They drinking tea with the flour only, for the purpose of clean their inner. That to those people. Number 4, fasting is in Sabiin. Sabiin is one of the very important religions, really, because these religion also pretend to be the follower of Prophet John, Yahya alayhi salam. They abstain from the eating meat and eggs on special days of the year. On 5 days of the end of the month, and we call it the month of the Samulta, and the 6 and 7 days of the month of the Dola. 3 months is that one, and the second day of the month of the Heta, the fasting. And according to the according to the one of the book that they have, that the name of the Kanzar B, that's the name of the book, but they pretend, they say this is the Adam's word in this book. You know, the Sahifa of Adam is Kanzar B, which they have it, Saibin religion. Number 5, fasting in the Zoroastrian, they are also fasting in 3 base. They have believing, hearing, thought, and feeling. They are based on that belief they have, which these 3 action are always of goodness. They think this is when a person has this 3, they have a lot of goodness, good life in hereafter too. About the take fasting, they abstain from eating meat on the 2nd, 12, 14, and 21st day of each month. And also this religion takes fasting 3 nights after the someone has died. So number 6, fasting in the religion of Jewish were fasting on Yom Kippur, which is their holiday, in the month of September or October, with pray in the synagogue. Also they fast on April the day 9, call it Tashbah. The purpose of their fasting to asking forgiveness from Allah from their sin. Number 7, fasting is in Christianity. First of all, Christianity religion of their own, 4 kind of sect in it. The one of them is Catholic, and the other one is Protestant, the other one is Orthodox, and the last one is Mormon. And each one has separate different ways of fasting they do. And also the for example, the Christian, they believe in Jesus entirely altogether as the God, but the main is the Jesus Christ, the son of Blessed Virgin Mary. However, Jesus had 12 disciples who traveled with them and learned from him, and later off, after 50 years, they put him a book as a Bible. But then there are these 4 sects, Catholic, and then it's Protestant and Orthodox. They do by their own, but they still all take some one of the day, which is the Ash Day, Friday, and Good Friday, Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, and Friday. They taken all the time. They are all of together, and one, but different times. And also the last one is the Mormon. The Mormon also has the same thing. They are on the Sunday, each Sunday they fasting. So may Allah accept my effort that I reminded you all of this. I'm sure all of you knows about these things, but just I was repeating to you to remind you this all happened. May Allah bless all of you. Inshallah, we'll see you next week if we are alive. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.